Hi everyone, welcome to the Wednesday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news, Governor Steve Beshear today joined community leaders and officials from Pella Corporation to announce an expansion at the Murray plant. Pella plant manager Doug Dieleman says the plant in Murray is growing thanks to the high demand of the plant's new product, which is driving the expansion.
In fact, in the month of March alone this year, we added 37 new jobs to this facility. And on May 23rd, which is next Monday, we have another new hire group lined up of 23 new Pella team members that we're looking forward to getting to meet. And in June, we have another group lined up of 15 new hires that will start the first week in June. So if you're doing all the math along with me here, that's a total of 75 new jobs that have been created by the new vinyl energy efficient windows and doors that we're producing here in Murray.
With the addition of the 75 jobs, the plant's workforce is now around 700 employees. Governor Beshear talked with Source 16 about how the job creation affects the region and the state.
Well, it's exciting to be here today to announce 75 more jobs being created at Pella. That just shows that the economy is beginning to grow again, that we're beginning to turn things around. And, you know, I'm still not satisfied. I won't be satisfied until we get every Kentuckian back to work. This recession has been tough on all of us, but we're starting to turn the corner.
Pella Corporation is a leader in designing, testing, manufacturing, and installing quality windows and doors for new construction and renovation projects. Well, the races are now set for the fall in the governor's and all state races after Tuesday's primary elections. It was a very light turnout around the state, and the results find incumbent Democratic Governor Steve Beshear and his running mate, former Louisville Mayor Jerry Abramson, facing Senate Majority Leader David Williams and outgoing Agriculture Commissioner Richie Farmer this fall for the state's top post. Beshear and Abramson were unopposed, and Williams and Farmer won a much closer than expected race against two other sets of candidates. Now, in other races, local Tea Party candidate Bill Johnson won the Republican nomination for Secretary of State by around 1,000 votes over Hilda Legg. Legg has hinted at the possibility of a recount. Now, if the margin is upheld, Johnson will face Allison Lundergan Grimes this fall, the daughter of former state Democratic Party leader Jerry Lundergan. Hopkinsville native Steve Hamrick wasn't as fortunate, losing the Democratic nomination for state treasurer to incumbent Todd Hollenbach, who will face Republican Casey Crosby this fall. No Republican has ever been elected state treasurer. Now, in the race for Agriculture Commissioner, Republican State Representative James Comer will face Democrat Robert Farmer, who took 30% of the vote in a five-way race. And finally, in the race for auditor on the Republican side, John Kemper, another Tea Party favorite, defeated Representative Adia Wuchner and will face Democratic opponent Adam Edelin this fall. Edelin is the former chief of staff to Governor Steve Beshear. Due to a decline in enrollment and state and federal funding, Hopkins County Public Schools are losing 37 teaching and staffing positions. According to Superintendent James Stevens, 22 of the jobs were funded through federal economic stimulus money, and he believes the job cuts are permanent. The reduction will affect 15 certified employees and 22 classified workers. He told Source 16 this afternoon that the decision was very hard to do, but it was necessary since the school district is facing a $4.5 million reduction in spending. Stevens also says he is anticipating a $750,000 shortfall in federal money. He said the school district's 2011-12 budget of $58.1 million currently reflects those job losses. Well, the mood was intense this afternoon in Christian County Circuit Court. Attorney Nancy Calloway, who represents Lori Ann Little, gave multiple explanations as to why her client would not sign necessary documents to complete a Kentucky correctional psychiatric exam. After listening to Calloway's explanations, Judge Andrew Self urged her to get to the point of the issue.
Examination not to be completed with the records that Dr. Cooley has requested. That's really all I want to do at this point. And I've told you that Ms. Little's not going anywhere until the examination is completed. The holdup at this point in getting the examination completed is Ms. Little's compliance with the execution of those releases so that Dr. Cooley can have the information that he requested. If he wanted any of the information that you're insisting that he should have, I'm sure he would have requested it.
Then Little told Judge Self she would not sign the necessary documents.
We're going to have a hearing next Wednesday, a show cause hearing, because Ms. Little has today in open court indicated that she's not going to comply with the order of the court. So there will be a show cause hearing next Wednesday if she hasn't executed those releases. If the releases have not been executed by Ms. Little prior to next Wednesday and provided to the Commonwealth, then Ms. Pryor is going to provide to the court appropriate orders to be signed to obtain the requested records. We're going to get the records one way or the other. We can do it the easy way or we can do it the hard way.
Due to the lack of essential paperwork, Little's mental evaluation remains incomplete. And as we previously reported, Little was indicted by the Christian County Grand Jury February 18th for first-degree burglary and fourth-degree assault. She allegedly went to Hopkinsville Mayor Dan Kemp's Deepwood Drive residence and forced her way into the home and physically assaulted his wife, Henrietta. A Mayfield building has been nominated to be added to the National Register of Historic Places. The Mayfield Electric and Water Service building at 310 East Broadway is among 6 National Register sites approved by the Kentucky Historic Preservation Review Board. Built in 1955 in the international style, the one-story Mayfield Electric and Water Service building is constructed with Bedford limestone and features a main entrance on its southwest corner, framed in aluminum and topped by a one-of-a-kind marquee proclaiming TVA Power above the company's name. The building is being nominated under National Register Criterion A, property associated with events that have made a significant contribution to the broad patterns of our history, significant within the context of electric power service in Mayfield, 1891 to 1960. Of note, the operation started out as a private business and later was purchased by the city of Mayfield, which continues to operate it as a municipal utility. Area motorists are urged to avoid a section of US 68 West 7th Street tonight. The roadway is currently being paved at night to help limit traffic disruptions during high travel periods. Motorists are urged to avoid the section of US 68 West 7th Street between Kentucky 91 and North Drive, as crews will be working tonight from 7 until Wednesday morning at 6. In order to speed up work, the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says it's vital that area motorists avoid the site. Motorists traveling Interstate 24 near the Marshall-McCracken County line need to use caution due to lane restrictions. The westbound lane restriction starts at about the 22-mile marker and runs to exit 16 at Reedland. Transportation Cabinet spokesman Keith Todd says motorists should be alert for slowing and merging traffic, as well as equipment, flaggers, and construction personnel along this section of I-24 between Calvert City and Reedland. The work zone has a strictly enforced 55-mile-per-hour speed limit with double fines and an enhanced police presence. The lane restriction is for Phase 2 of a milling and paving project with the eastbound section completed last fall. Police are asking for the public's help in locating a Clarksville teen who has been missing for over 48 hours. According to Clarksville police, the last time the family of 18-year-old Spenson Landon Fenton saw him was Monday, when he told his mother that he was going to the backyard to clean up after their dog. Police say the family has thoroughly checked the residence, contacted other family members, and phoned his friends, and no one has heard from Spencer. Spencer reportedly does not have a vehicle, lives at home, and is not known to have a drug problem. According to police, the 18-year-old did not have cash, but did have his father's debit card, which has not shown any activity to date. The family told police this is totally out of character, and Spencer has never been out of contact with his family or friends. If you have any information or know of Spencer's whereabouts, please contact Detective Mike Patterson at 931-648-0656, extension 3005. A Providence man was injured in a wreck in Hopkins County when police say he swerved to miss another vehicle and crashed into a culvert. According to Kentucky State Police, 62-year-old Bobby Hawkins was driving southbound on US 41A in Manitou around noontime today when another vehicle pulled out in front of him. Hawkins reportedly swerved to miss the vehicle, causing him to run off the road into a ditch and hit a culvert. He was transported by ambulance to Regional Medical Center in Madisonville for treatment. Well, now here's Hopkinsville Christian County Crime Stoppers Coordinator Officer Paul Ray with the featured fugitives of the week.
This week, police need your help locating 2 wanted fugitives.
Police are looking for 45-year-old Anthony Derek Daisy, who's wanted for probation violation. Daisy is a white male who stands 6 feet tall and weighs 180 pounds. His last known address was the 4900 block of Dawson Springs Road. Police are also looking for 21-year-old Devin Montrell Matlock, who's wanted for failure to appear on felony charges. Matlock is a black male who stands 5 feet, 10 inches tall and weighs 175 pounds. His last known address was the 100 block of South Liberty Street.
If you know where police can locate these wanted fugitives, and we've got cash waiting for you, pick up your phone now and call our tips line at 887-TIPS. If your information leads to an arrest, Crime Stoppers will pay you a cash reward. And remember, we will never ask your name, and you will not have to appear in court. Well, this week's Fugitive of the Week, I'm Officer Paul Ray for Crime Stoppers.